Love
yeah,
treasure
boys,
finds.
tell everybody who you are.
What's good, y'all? We here, Black Sheep Inc. Shout out to my guy right here on the right. He about to stab me multiple times. My name's Spy MC. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I'm a artist, rapper, promoter, event organizer. I book tours for myself. I also book tours for artists as well. I run a battle rap league called Loudmouth League. It's been a battle rap league. We're in 2025. It's been a league since November of 2011.
That's badass.
Yeah. Originated in Minnesota, and then when I moved back home to San Antonio, I brought it down. So we're from 2011. My first event in San Antonio for that was 2013 or 2014. But yeah, originally from San Antonio, moved up to Minnesota for music in 2006. Ended up staying for 6 years. Was only going to be staying for 6 months, and then
find love or something.
Love of music. I mean, okay, so I moved up there for music, and it just the scene up there for hip hop was really booming at the time. Minneapolis, Minnesota is the home of rhyme sayers, just Atmosphere, Brother Ali, Idea, artists like that during the time. And that was at a time I was starting to dive into their artist work. I was a fan of Idea because he was a battle rapper, freestyle battle rapper. I know you had mentioned 8 Mile earlier. So during this time, 06, 07.
Beat Rabbit.
During this time, it was more so, freestyle battles over beats. What is widely accepted and what is happening now for battle rap is acapella battles.
Which also from 8 Mile Boys. Cut the music. He doesn't need no music.
So yeah, back then, I had aspirations to, go out to Minneapolis, eventually battle Idea, R.I.P. Idea, by the way.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that was like a dream at the time, of a young.
So you yourself are a battle rapper.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, boys.
Battle rapper. I have battles out. I've been battling since 2000. Don't let the looks fool you. I just turned 39. I'm an old guy, or getting there. But yeah, I've been battling since 2000. I've been rapping since I was 9. Not necessarily coming up with my own stuff, but fell in love with hip hop, and I was just starting to
getting your toes wet,
memorize my favorite songs and things like that. And then out of nowhere, let's say it, somewhere in between being 10 and 12, I was trying to freestyle and come up with my own raps, basically. And, being so young and doing it,
what would your parents say?
What would your parents say? My mom is the reason why I love hip hop.
Nice.
If she had never played certain music around me, I would.
Shout out to Mom.
I probably wouldn't have found it as soon. But, I want to say my first real rap song, I was just this is it, was Warren G's Regulators.
Hell yeah.
Yep. That was the joint right there.
Little kid, mount up.
The other person of that helped create me is he's Patrick Swayze. He's Ghost. But yeah, my mom, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have found it as soon. I wasn't really rapping publicly or anything like that. This is just more so in the comfort of my own zone.
Yeah.
Away from everybody.
Getting comfy over here.
My older brother.
We gotta practice, boys. We gotta practice. You just can't win a championship if you don't practice.
Hell no. My older brother didn't really know about it until I just started really rapping in school and in ciphers at school with the older kids, and I was holding my own. not that it was all a battle, but you know,
Yeah.
being able to just sound good, you know,
Exactly.
decent. You know, I was holding my own, and
With older kids and shit like that. So that's got to count for something.
yeah.
You know
Fast forward to I'm 14, 15, I'm getting snuck into like bars and venues to battle on freestyle tourneys and shit.
You got $20 on this kid.
Yep.
Do me a favor, buddy. Go ahead and check it out in the mirror. Do all your Instagram poses, Snapchat poses. Make sure you like it, and then we'll go from there. Remember,
It's really the microphone pose. See, because this is what they see, photographers see when they're taking pictures, you know. So it's like, you know, we're working on the muscle, guys, but
it's getting there.
It's filling in. It's filling in. But no, yeah, right here. As long as you can see that in the mic.
Hell yeah, boys. All right, and obviously the spy part is gonna be solid black. I just needed an outline for the stencil. But yeah. All right, but sorry, back to your story.
No, you're good. You're good. So you know, 14, 15, I'm like battle rapping in like freestyle tourneys, and you know, that's just fun. Something I've never really done on like an actual, in my opinion, like competitive. Like, you know, I was battling in school in ciphers, but that's not the same.
Yeah,
that was for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that was for fun and bragging rights. This was for like
putting yourself out there and shit.
And money, and which I didn't really understand. Like, you know, it wasn't like until I won an actual like whole tournament where I'm like, yeah, the money was worth it. But everything else is just like, damn, this is my first time. I'm gonna end up choking. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna like, you know, and end up doing better. I did it way better in my first time.
Did you ever choke? Have you ever choked? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of it, you know, like
comedians, they bomb.
Yeah, no matter how good they are. Perfect.
Yeah.
The thing is to get back up there after that happens, like the next time, I've seen many people never do this again. You know, never do this again. Even if they choke and they lose in a battle, and then like, you know, next time, sometimes, you know, and this is, we're talking about like 2000, not 2025. But yeah, at 14, I was also DJing. That's when I started to DJ. I was DJing like breaks and techno until I stumbled onto the drum and bass section of it was an OG record shop. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, I stumbled onto the drum and bass section, and then boom, within like a couple weeks, I'm already like learn how to beat match. I'm already learning how to scratch and trying to do all this and that.
Dude, fuck yeah.
And then, you know, I want to say 3 months later, I ended up, me and my older brother played our first rave in San Marcos at the Mark.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm 14 years old DJing at a rave, freaking getting snuck into bars to, you know, talk shit to other people. And
here we go, bud.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you know, 14, I'm doing all that. And then I'm like, not necessarily focused on hip hop or anything, not writing songs yet. I'm just doing the DJ thing and having fun freestyling and all that, being in battles. Did the DJ thing. I still can DJ. I just don't do it out at, you know, rapping took over and everything else I do. But I was DJing at raves for a good, from like 14 to like 17, 18. Even through events at with a bunch of homies at the White Rabbit before it turned into Paper Tiger.
Sure.
Yeah, I was like 17 years old when that happened. And then I want to say about 17 and 18 somewhere, I decided to like want to start writing songs or trying to. Ended up meeting this dude who was a death metal drummer and also played hockey on like a lower level. I don't know how you would call it.
We had
a missions type of team, you know?
We had a team in Laredo, a hockey team, the Laredo Bucks.
That's cool.
They were like the D League.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
It was something like that, you know? And he was really good, but he was a death metal drummer. And out of nowhere, he was just like, you know, do you rap? Played a beat, and then I just went in the booth and just recorded something. It was a freestyle, but you know, it was my first recording ever. I was like 18 years old, I think.
Fuck yeah.
And it sounded cool, you know, like it was just, you know, never heard my voice on an actual playback of anything before, you know, like we had hi 8 tapes and VHSs that were, you know, camcorders and stuff that I
we would have to wait.
Yeah. But you know, and so that like really sparked my attention towards, you know, wanting to write music and do songs. And, you know, let's say the first song I ever wrote was extremely trash, like compared to now. But, you know, we all start somewhere.
Hey. The first drawing you draw isn't the best.
Draw it again. That's the good thing about art is you can mess up. You're supposed to get messy, and you know you can make it better. Perfection through time. You know, it'd be like that. But yeah. So like, you know, then I really started trying to, you know, write music. I have no idea what happened to the homie, death metal drummer. He just disappeared. Like,
if you're on the TikToks, boys, hit him up.
Hit me up, guys.
What's his name?
Man, you know, it's been that long. It's been that long. I feel like such a POS, but, you know, shout out to my guy. I don't want to butcher his name, so shout out to my guy. the hockey playing death metal drumming, long haired dope guy. But and then, you know, I ended up linking with some other homies. I've been in like martial arts. I was training in a bunch of different martial arts.
What kind of martial arts?
Wing Chun, Shui Jiao, some Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
What do you think of this fucking beast?
The what?
What do you think of this fucking beast, Ilya Taporia? Jesus
I'm still
Christ.
upset. I'm still upset, but not in.
There's nothing to be upset about.
Not in a way that it's like takes away from him. I'm just like, I really just saw him. We really just saw him beast incredible opponents back to back to back to back. And I mean, that's amazing. You know, shout out to him. But it's like
celebrated.
These are all my favorite fighters.
He celebrated the day before he won. He celebrated his victory the day before he won.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, and I'm gonna enjoy watching him, you know, continue his reign. You know, two titles, 2 divisions, Jesus.
And today or so, I read that if they let him, he'll go up to 170, fight Islam.
Yep.
If he wins for the championship, he'll take that belt too.
He shouldn't have to chase him though. They should make Islam come down. You know, like, I mean, I get it, you know, but that's the one everybody wants to see now. Honestly, who else is there for him in his own division?
Dude, this guy was talking major shit. Ilya was saying, you know how Khabib would carry his opponents? You know how I'll carry Khabib like that. Oh shit.
Hey, so far he's proved himself right.
He has not lied about anything.
He hasn't lied yet.
Oh, he gonna knock him out in the first round?
He knocked out all the opponents he said he was gonna knock out.
Alexander Volkanovski.
And in his prime too.
Max Holloway.
So do you think he's they listed him #1 for pound?
Yeah.
Over Islam, which
he's wearing 2 belts.
Oh yeah. he has good reasons to do that.
Yeah.
Same defeats, you know, like Islam took out the same people pretty much while they were on their like long-lasting winning streaks.
But Islam did lose against Pantoja.
That's right.
So there's that.
There's that. See, you know, I
think Pantoja needs to be higher in the rankings also.
Yeah.
Pantoja's
I honestly didn't think the Maori was gonna do anything. I didn't think he had a good chance versus Pantoja going into the fight.
France?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought he might have had a fucking chance until I saw 10 seconds of the fight. I'm like, all right, nah. Like, all right. He took more effort into his little show about making faces and stuff.
And I get it. That's the culture.
No, that's cool.
I think it's dope.
But that's not going to beat Pantoja.
Honestly, you know, that doesn't... Did you see Pantoja in that final face-off? Like, he was just stone-faced, ready to get the fight on right then and there.
With Van?
No, with the Kai Kara.
Oh, no.
With on that Friday when they have those, you know, the final.
Oh no, I didn't see those.
Okay, the ceremonial weigh-in right before. So like they did their face off, and you know that was when he did that tongue thing, that crazy face to him. And you know, Pantoja was just like staring straight into his soul, like yeah,
it's not scary.
It's not gonna happen. Retain the title. That was crazy.
That was domination.
That was a decent card. That was a decent card.
That was a very good card, dude. Dude, I don't know. I'm like, dude, Oliveira put up a little bit more of a fight.
So for E.012, who do you think he should fight next? The fight we all want to see, I feel, is him versus Patty.
Patty, yeah.
But
Yeah,
ranking-wise, it's what? Armand
but
Sarukian, but that's just like there's no excitement behind that. But he's number one contender, isn't he?
is he Armand?
Because he was the backup
So
that fight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So the thing is that that's cool. But
You got an echo?
What drives the tickets? Oh, there's an echo?
Yeah, you got an echo. What's good, Solo? The most electrified. My guy Solo right here. One of the dopest battle rappers I know. All the way from I believe Jersey. He got this dude goes mad viral on every clip he posts. Like,
fuck yeah, boys. That's what we're trying to do.
He's already battled here a couple times.
Oh, he lives in New Jersey?
Yeah, he lives in Jersey. So like when I throw my my battle rap events, like I fly people in from all over.
Fuck yeah.
You know.
Shout out to what's his name?
Solo. Yeah. But yeah, Ilya Topura versus Patty is definitely a fight I want to see.
I haven't seen the other guy fight, to tell you the truth.
Patty?
No, I see Patty.
Yeah. Oh,
Patty,
you mean
Patty
Armand,
can fight?
Armand. Yeah. You mean
Dude, so Patty can fight, and if Topuria is able to dominate, dude, that's crazy.
I haven't seen. Patty hasn't fought any of the opponents that Ilya has beat in the past 4. Not even close.
But the way he dominated Chandler, that was pretty.
Yeah,
impressive.
that was.
Pretty impressive.
I feel like Dana White should just give that a shot. He was not happy about him getting into the cage.
He goes, I don't know who it was. You know who it was. We all know who it was.
But that's your money seller right there, Dana. Make it happen.
Make
it happen.
That you think this guy's not happy with that? He's in the back high-fiving everybody. Like, they're gonna make so much money.
He's like, now I'm gonna complain about it.
Okay, also, who's gonna generate more in the box office? But country-wise, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna be U.S. And England.
Yeah,
they're all gonna be watching this fight or whatever. And where's Armand from?
Sarukian. He's probably, no offense to those countries, but it's probably in a country that's like busy at the moment. Whatever's going on over there.
Yeah. I see.
But who knows? Like finance-wise, yeah, U.S. and England. That would be the.
Well, that's why the WWE. You know what's crazy about the WWE? Did you ever watch WWE?
I used to watch it. When I stopped watching it was when it kind of turned into WWE.
Yeah.
When it was WWF, and then
So yes, me too. And then recently I started watching because The Rock came back and John Cena is now the bad guy. But dude, every WrestleMania they announce next year's WrestleMania, right? So this past year was in Vegas, and then they announced New Orleans, right? And then they made so much money in Vegas that they canceled New Orleans, and this year they're gonna be back in Vegas.
Yeah,
it's all about the money, boys.
Yeah, they're like, we didn't do too well over there. Our projections of money is way better over here. Let's just keep it there.
That's crazy because New Orleans, you're still gonna make a shitload of money.
Where did they have it at?
The Reliant.
The Reliant
is the new one, the black building.
Oh yeah,
I think it's the Raiders.
Right.
I think that's where they had it. So it's brand new, state of the art. They're like, we can't go back there.
Yeah, we can't go back to that. Steps backwards. You don't want to take it, especially if it's working. September 13th, UFC is in San Antonio.
September 13th, boys, we're gonna be watching the Canelo fight. I'm sorry.
Oh, Canelo and Crawford, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, we're closed, boys. We're closed that day. Like,
That is that day. That is definitely that day.
who do you got on that one?
Canelo.
Oh yeah. No disrespect, Crawford. Man, Crawford's a beast.
Yeah,
Crawford's a
for
beast.
sure, for sure.
But have you been fucking punched by Triple G? Huh?
They were when they did their face-off. Canelo's head looked like the size of a football helmet compared to Terrence Crawford. Yo, like, good luck getting through that skull.
And okay, no talking shit because Crawford's a beast.
Yeah.
But dude, Errol Spence wasn't the same fighter after his car crash, so that wasn't like a whole W for Crawford. You know what I mean? Because Spence wasn't 100%. He can't be 100% after that fucking horrific accident he was in.
Nobody can, really. I mean, and then just to go back into fighting, it's like putting yourself in more car accidents.
Dude, he's probably having fucking backlash.
That trauma.
Every time you get like
your brain is just inside your skull, bouncing back and forth, sloshing with all the fluids up there. That can't be good. That's also why I never tried to go pro with fighting. Once I got booked for my first tour, I was like, yep, not going to do this fighting tournament.
But don't worry, I know how to defend myself.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm certified.
I know CPR. Yeah.
I know CPR. I actually did. Shit. Shout out to my aunt. She made me become a lifeguard at 12 years old.
Oh, dude, I need to learn how to swim ASAP.
I got you. I can teach anybody how to swim.
You could be
I taught a lot of people how to swim.
And then I could just be like swimming to the music.
Is he alive? He's flopping. What's crazy is I ended up becoming a lifeguard, and for the longest time as a kid, I did not know how to swim. I was just the one that drowned.
You're like, whew. It's like when you lie at on your resume,
right? Can save a life. Maybe yours.
But then you find out that they can sue you if you fucking save them and they don't want to be saved.
That's
what,
crazy.
What, bitch?
How did I know?
I know.
How was I supposed to know?
Where's your D&D fucking bracelet?
Right? Where's your the tag that says
DNR? My bad. DNR D&D.
That's so crazy. That's nuts. You're like, yeah, I was just saving your life, you know. You
yeah, well,
drowned.
fuck you. Like,
you know
dude,
what? Let me finish the job.
Dude, that's never thought of that one.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, you don't want this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad. Take the life right back.
Throw him back in the river.
Fish back in the water, y'all.
No, he said he wanted this.
We're just, it's his wishes.
Last wish, bro.
That's crazy. Take my wishes away. That's what my last wish is. But yeah, nowadays I be, touring a lot, focused heavy on music, of course. Nice. Put out a lot of music. Been putting out music since 2007, and solo artist. I was part of a collective called Death Ray Scientific in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. I was like three of some of the dopest local crews in Minneapolis and St. Paul got together. SF Rex, which is the, 5 of us from San Antonio moved up there.
Oh, nice. You're all repping up there.
Yeah, we formed a crew called SF Rex. There's another crew called Mess Crew and another crew called Wide Eyes, and we all joined together, added like 4 or 5 extra people to it. So we ended up being like 13 strong of like 9 rappers, 5 producers, a couple DJs. And, we're all young too, so we had a bunch of art school homies, and, so we had like graphic designers and things, artists on deck. So we were actually like a Wu-Tang of Minneapolis, St. Paul, so to speak.
Yeah, whole team.
Everything in house. You know, our own beats, our own DJs, do our own flyers, artwork, everything, and you know that went pretty good. You know, from like '08 to about like 2011, and then you know, not all good things last. So you know, everybody kind of just like parted their ways. No, no, no qualms or anything. No bad. You know, nothing bad. You know, we're all still homies.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we just it's like, you know, we all joined together and we got to a point to where we needed to branch out and also brand ourselves, you know. So, you know, shout out to everyone that is still putting music out. I know a lot of us aren't, but you know, all of y'all were definitely key to my growth into what I'm doing now, you know, so I appreciate y'all. It's a lot of y'all to list to. And I want to say about like, you know, I was still battle rapping. Battle rap went into more of the acapella stages where, you know, before, you know, coming with pre-writtens and things like that into freestyle battles that were over beats was definitely frowned upon. It ended up going towards now we're scheduling these battles. It's me versus you. We know about each other a month or two beforehand, which gives us time to prepare. So now there's written battle rap, you know, written format. So like I wasn't necessarily battling. I was more so organizing events. I ended up becoming the Grind Time Minnesota division head, and you know, which means I was, you know, throwing events for that company at the time, which during that time and for a couple years, Grind Time was considered like one of the top best battle rap leagues in the world. And this was when, you know, YouTube was still like, we were fresh on YouTube. We weren't able to upload battles that were past like, I think like 9 minutes or something like that. You know,
cut it short.
We had to upload part A, part B, and all this, and you know, but it was also a time where you'd upload a battle, and within like a day or two, depending on who was battling, you'd get like 40, 50,000 views, you know, within the first day. So it was fresh. It was super popular. You know, I was booking battles, technically like managing battle rappers because I had battlers on my roster, throwing events between, you know, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I had a hand in a couple battles in Chicago. I helped put some stuff together in Denver. You know, I co-hosted a couple different events in Missouri with No Coast. Shout out to No Coast. You know, and you know, I took a couple battles during that time, but I was, you know, more focused on the music and the organization of the battle league. I want to say 2008, Death by Scientific. We dropped our first collective album on Halloween of that year. Threw the album release party at the Dinky Towner Cafe, RIP. Such a dope venue for hip hop. Could damn near go there any day of the week and catch a hip hop show or a dope DJ playing hip hop. And it was just like, you know, really dope spot. In the heart of the U of M campus too, so there's always people there. Nice. So like, yeah, Halloween, we packed it out, completely sold out. End of the show, being that it was Halloween, I think it was like a Friday or Saturday. One of the funniest things I remember is there was this party bus that pulled up.
Uh-oh.
And, you know, drunk dudes get out and instantly try macking on one of the homies' girlfriends. And I want to say he did a little ass grabbing, which obviously in any day and age shouldn't be doing that shit. But that happened. I want to say the dude got slumped. Like he got instantly slumped. And I didn't know what was going on. All of us didn't. You know, it was wild outside too. Everyone's in costumes. It basically looked like 6th Street, you know, like everybody's out. And that happens, a scuffle happens, I think less than a minute, and it gets broken up. And then finally, like, we're all like trying to like hold our people back. They're trying to the bus driver's trying to shove those drunk people back in the bus and drive off. Then out of nowhere, I look to the left and I have a horse bite at me.
A
It
horse?
turns out they had the cops on horses,
Oh
a whole
shit!
squad of them, you know, because we were only able to see what was happening in front of the venue, not realizing the whole like block of that area was crazy because it's Halloween, you know, college kids, everybody's drunk. And, man, but that was a great time. But being bit at by a horse, I didn't have that in the cards on a Halloween night, especially randomly when I didn't even see a horse to begin with. Like, where did it come from? Whose Pokemon was that? You know, that was crazy.
Headless Horseman of what the fuck, Sleepy Hollow.
I know, man, it was crazy. You know, so ended up getting out of that collective. 3 of us formed a group called Bottom Feeders. Me, Sean Anonymous, Shelto. It was kind of like Beastie Boys type of flavor mixed with like some punk rock attitude.
All right.
All heavily Midwest hip hop because we're living in the Midwest at that time. I'm from San Antonio. Most people are like, you don't sound like you're from Texas, or you don't sound like you're Mexican. You know, I'm like, well, I could say y'all a bunch or speak to you in an accent, but you know, this is just how I talk. So you know, it sounded very our styles were versatile, very versatile, but at the same time we're all like freestyle, like really dope freestylers, you know. So the following year we put out a project called The Low Road. That only comes out on the Bandcamp. We print a bunch of CDs, sell it. We go on tour. We're touring the nation a bunch. You know, doing runs here and there, small run in the Midwest, you know, like a week run in the West Coast and the upper Northwest, PNW, Pacific Northwest, I believe is what they call it. You know, lower Southwest as well. We went to the last Scribble Jam in 2008. Me and Shelto. Didn't get to battle. Shelto got to battle. But, you know, it was a crazy journey, you know, really, really dope and fun times, which, you know, led to me doing more solo stuff. Grind Time had disbanded about 2011.
Okay.
So.
And these who are these people?
Okay, so Sean Anonymous is
honestly, guys, I'm not in this scene. This is why I'm doing this also, dude. Look at this fucking brand new knowledge that I'm learning from a city so that you can know too.
All kinds. So Sean Anonymous is based out of Minnesota. He's still active rapper, dope artist. Check his music out. It's on all streaming platforms. He's got music videos out. Plays a lot of dope shows, really dope shows around the nation too. Shelto, same thing, dope rapper. I don't think he's active anymore, but was a really, really, really dope freestyle battler. And yeah, this is based in the Twin Cities, which is Minneapolis and St. Paul, mainly in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Nice.
But 2011, towards the end, that's when the Battle League, Grind Time Now, they're no longer a league anymore. Or actually, they're no longer an active league. And I'm sitting on like 3 battle rap events full of footage. So me and the production team in Minnesota for the league, which was my own team, or our own team, we decided to continue the battle rap culture in Minnesota. And we created our own battle league called Loudmouth League. And, you know, to this day, 2025, I'm still throwing Loudmouth League events. Originated in Minnesota, brought it down to Texas. Actively now, we're booking events in both San Antonio and in Austin.
Fuck yeah. When's the next one?
Next one is August 9th in Austin, and then September 20th in San Antonio. And then we have the 13-year anniversary on November 15th in San Antonio. And I believe that will be at 502 Bar. Give it like a big stage looking feel to it. Book a card full of dope battlers for sure. Some headliners, bring some people from you know, out of town, out of state. And of course I'll be battling on it too. I still battle actively. I don't battle like the battlers on my roster because they be battling every month. I'm more focused on music. But when I can battle, when the business is right, when the battlers actually show up and don't cancel, oh yeah, I make some crazy shit happen.
So there's a lot of flakers out there.
You as a battle league owner, as both a battle league owner and as a battle rapper, I feel like these people just want to see their name on a flyer.
Dude, that's also in tattooing.
And it's like the look of it is cool to them rather than the actual doing it, and it's like the work, being responsible, reliable, accountable, that's not just in real, this is real life. Everything you do is real life, fellas, ladies, people,
all the pronouns.
All of them, I'm not even going to get into
We're not going to get fucking canceled. We're not going to get canceled today.
We're saying all of them. All of you humans that breathe oxygen. Care what you want to be. You can be anything. But, it's like, they accept these battles knowing that there is like a 70% chance they're not going to make it, which is crazy to me. I won't even accept things, and for people that, let's say if I'm battling and someone decides to no-show and the event gets booked like 2 months before, I get booked a month prior. So I'm spending a whole month, not necessarily the whole month, but I have a whole month to get ready for this person.
It's still your time.
And it's my time that I have chosen. Granted, I'm being paid to do this battle, but it's still I didn't have to accept that money.
Fucking principle.
I didn't have to accept that money.
You didn't have to accept the fucking thing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
I could have.
No. The guy that didn't show up, they didn't have to accept it. They didn't have to sign up for anything.
But see, they don't even care about this person's calling off work, or this person's doing this, or this person's doing that. Mm-hmm. Regardless if I'm being paid or flown out there's people that these battlers are no-showing and canceling on who've already bought their own flights, bought their hotels, spent their money to do their things, taking the time to, put in the extra work on top of whatever they're doing, and it happens a lot in battle rap nowadays, and which is crazy because back in the day when I was running it, running events during, from 2009 to 2012, 13, it almost seemed like all the battlers who were battling on these cards treated it like it was their own show. Like, yo, come see me do this. We would have crowds in Minnesota of 200, 300 people, easy, easy. 200, maybe 150 would be the least amount, but that's because the space is small.
Yeah.
Not everyone promoted, it was crazy. They promoted like they were active artists. Hey, this is my latest song, listen to it. And it's nowadays, these battlers who do this, it's y'all want to see y'all's names on the flyer. Y'all want to rap, but don't want people to rap in front of. Y'all don't want to give a reason for any battle league owner to want to pay you money. Because it's okay, you can rap. Anybody can rap. Can you bring people in that are going to pay? Or can you sell pay-per-views? Because now, it's broadcasted live on pay-per-view. All my events, mostly all my events are broadcasted on live pay-per-view.
Nice.
So it's can you sell pay-per-view sales? And they want to be paid and they want this and that. It's this is your second battle and you choked in the first one.
How much are you looking for?
Right? I got $20.
$50K? What the fuck do you
mean? I got $20 on pump 7. That's you. That's all you. But it's still fun. I like contributing to the culture nowadays, especially battling. I'll always be a battle rapper at heart. There's never gonna be I think I'll be 50 or 60 years old still wanting to battle rap, to be honest. If I ever have kids, I'm definitely rapping and battling them on the spot. They're just gonna be yo, grandpa, chill.
No.
Yeah, nah, you gonna take these. You gonna get these rounds.
Back in my day,
we couldn't say no. But I'm putting out music actively now. I want to say for a while I was so focused on putting I wouldn't say putting others on, but I felt like I had to contribute to the culture of, hip hop music and, battle rap and all that. And now I'm focused more on doing that myself rather than trying to put as many people on. Like, I still put people on, I still throw events, I still have shows I put together where I put everybody on, but, I'm taking every opportunity I can get to get myself ahead.
Hell yeah.
The right way, of course, so organically too. I don't do no pay to play stuff. I get paid to play, but a whole lot of years of putting work. There's too many. There used to be a thing, which it still is, where artists could just pay to be on a show.
Yeah.
And it helps out the promoter in only one way, with funds towards their headliner or whatever their need covered.
Yeah, dude.
They don't know if this artist who just paid for this slot can even bring anybody.
Yeah, how do you think Beyonce won Best Country fucking
Facts. Super facts. Big facts.
The corruption runs
I
all the way up.
I haven't really heard much of her music from that. Have you?
I think it was one song.
It was one song. I thought she dropped an album.
Oh,
I don't know. That's why I was like, but I haven't even heard that one song.
I just heard it in the TikTok. This is Texas.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Were
you at the Diddy parties, ma'am?
Oh my Lord. She had that pillow right there trying to cover her face. That's crazy. What the verdict today?
Dude, not guilty. Here's an ankle monitor. Take it easy.
He'll probably still do like a year or two, but
I don't think so. I think they were saying that because it's his first time offense. It's like, hey, parole, or I don't know what the fuck they're gonna give him.
He could pay to get out of it.
That's exactly what he did. I bet you he paid all the fucking jury somehow.
Because they had a whole other verdict that they were going for yesterday, and then this morning,
it's like, oh, what?
It's like, we have a change of heart, an actual increase in our bank account.
I'm out in my yacht. I think I changed my mind.
That's wild. Meanwhile, the world's going to shit too.
Everybody. And then the whole Trump and Elon Musk feud that's going on.
See, that's the rap battle we need.
Yeah.
Donald Trump versus Elon Musk. What was that that show? Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh, the clay one?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I remember that one. They should bring that back.
They tried to, and
it's too gory.
I don't even, I saw the first episode. Like, I don't even think I saw the whole episode, but it just didn't have that same kick or flavor to it that the original ones did. Like Marilyn Manson versus Charlie Manson, that was so cool. This is my first time doing this live thing on here. What's the vault? It expires.
The what?
The vault. It expires in 7 minutes. Like 5 up here.
Oh shit, I have no idea.
That's crazy.
I'm new to this. What time is it?
6:54.
Okay, we should be good right now. Because at a certain time, I need to do a puzzle on the fucking phone so they could keep us in the live. If not, they kick us out for inactivity.
Makes sense. Totally makes sense. Look at the man get down though.
Hell yeah, boys.
How long you been tattooing?
Going on 6 years now.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And we're in your shop, right?
This is my shop, yeah.
Black Sheep Ink.
Black Sheep Ink,
I don't know
boys.
if y'all can see that sign right there, but work. But yeah, I'll be lately. I want to say this year, I've dropped. I think I've only dropped one single. No, I've dropped a couple tracks on my Bandcamp actually, but like on all streaming platforms, I dropped one single.
Where can they find them?
So you can find my music on everywhere: Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, yada, so on and so forth. Every single platform. I got music videos out on YouTube. I dropped a music video this year called Main Event featuring Kaiser. And me and Kaiser are actually in a group that was formed last year called Bad News Bears. Bears spelled like Bear County, Bexar for those that don't know about Bear County. But yeah, so like if you see it, you're gonna be like, what the hell is Bad News Bexars? But
These
it's
guys
not.
don't know how to spell.
It's Bear. It's right. San Antonio does not know how to spell. But no, it's Bear. So Bad News Bears, we formulated last year. We've been working together for like 6 years, and he was producing a project for me, but I ended up, he's a dope rapper, and he asked if he could rap on it, and he rapped on all of it, and I'm cool with that because he's fire, and he was just like, we should probably come up with a name for this, and not like an album name, but like a group name rather than it just be Spy MC and Kaiser, and we were just going through names, while we were on cloud nine, we were going through names, and we were trying to spin it off of Bear County. We had Bare Necessities, we had I forgot what the other one was, but we both agreed, and I think we both said at the same time, Bad News Bears, and we ran with it. The project that we got, we put everything together. We re-recorded it and had it mixed and mastered by my bro Moon Doctor, and we got the full project already. It's 8 songs on it. It's gonna come out this Halloween on all streaming platforms. We're gonna print cassettes. Vinyl is gonna be made as well. Whole lot of merch as well. But we've already dropped a music video. There's no music of it out online. One of the songs is actually on my Bandcamp, but I'm gonna set that on private. Y'all can't listen to it yet. If you go to spymc.bandcamp.com, you can find it. It's called Bear With Us, but it will eventually be set on private leading up to the actual album release. But we have a music video out that's going on the album as well. It's called Panda Watch Intro. It's available on YouTube, Facebook, on our artist page as well, Bad News Bears. Subscribe to our channel. We need the subs. More subs, the more cool stuff we could do. Also follow my guy on TikTok right here.
Yeah, because you need at least 50 subscribers so we will go live on fucking YouTube. I learned that the hard way, boy.
Yep. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Takes y'all 2 seconds. And it helps us out in the long run. We're us independent people like this. We rely and appreciate all of you who look out for us on that end.
Absolutely, y'all keep us alive, boys.
Yeah. But yeah, Bad News Bears. So the music video is called Panda Watch Intro, filmed by Real Trippy. It's crazy, we kind of got like Beastie Boys who kind of like really bar out saying the craziest stuff, here in this duo in San Antonio. The album that's coming out on Halloween, that's called The Great Outdoors. It's got some pretty dope features on it. We got we got Henry B. We got Creed 23. Who else do we got? What we got? I think those might be the only features. Might have a couple more. But off top, 8 songs. It's a solid project. We're planning on putting out. We just wrapped up filming a music video. We're about to film the part 2 of it, which we plan to put like 2 songs in one music video.
All right.
Make it like a little movie type of thing.
Yeah.
But
Titanic voice.
We're gonna see how this first part comes out. If it looks more so like it should just drop on its own, then we're gonna do that. But the thing is that we want to try and do.
You already thought.
2 in 1.
You already thought you should do it.
The vision. So that we're really hoping we can execute that vision.
So this dude here, but this dude's black. But I think that since he's too small, if we fill him up, he's just gonna look like messy. You know what I mean? So what do you think of this bad boy right here? Show it to these guys. Show it to these guys. Look at that, boys. When he's rapping out there, boys, he's fucking battling your ass. When he's battling your ass, you know who's battling you.
U.S. Give you a forearm. See that?
Fuck yeah, boys.
Yeah, I think I would say do his hat black.
Cool. Yeah.
And yeah, do his hat.
Yo, Rita, boys.
What's good, y'all? Yeah, so The Great Outdoors by Bad News Bears will be coming out on Halloween. Album release party to be announced, but it will be on Halloween. It's a Friday. We're going to have a costume contest on that. A whole lot of different things. We're also going to film a music video, so definitely feel free to wear your craziest, dopest costumes, you know. Because if you've seen the first one, you already know that the Bad News Bears, we got bears.
We do his legs too?
What's it?
His legs?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Bad News Bears got bears, you know, so you might want to come prepared, you know. We need some sharks. We need Lord Farquaad out in the mix, you know, maybe Chewbacca, maybe what was that one dude's name? Barf from Spaceballs. Half man, half dog. He's his own best friend. He's a Mog. Or, you know, Darth Helmet from Spaceballs. You know, we need all the characters.
Part 2 is coming out.
How do you feel about that? And do you think...
Well, I heard that there's not a lot of hope for it, and that's why they brought in that dude back.
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. Yeah.
You know, he quit acting for
forever,
like for his wife or something like
for
that.
His family, yeah.
Yeah. And
little girls or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know how they got him back. You know, he's just living his life for over what?
He's gonna make so much money.
Yeah. Well, if it comes out properly.
Well, I think that that him just being on the you know cast is gonna generate the money. You know, it could be a shitty movie, but seeing Rick Moranis up there, boys, it's gonna be great.
My prediction, if they don't, it would be hard to see him as Darth Helmet. I feel like they would have him become like Palpatine or something.
They're bringing that old man back. That
Mel Brooks.
He was the
he's the writer.
Oh, so he's gonna be the golden Yoda.
Oh, why? he was the golden Yoda before. Yeah. So Mel Brooks, he was you know, he made Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, History of the World Part 1. You know, a whole lot of like classic movies like that.
Yeah, he's like 91.
I didn't even. It was crazy because he did like a video announcement like a couple months ago when they first announced it or whatever. And I was just like, this isn't AI. Like I thought, you know,
dude, it's crazy, right? AI now is crazy.
It's like you don't even know. You don't even know.
It's like right now you have to be like extra sharp to see if it's real or not. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and we already don't know what's real or not.
I watched this video where somebody asked AI, what scares you the most about humans? Yo, and there's so many bars that the AI was saying. They're like, what was one of them? AI said that we're scared of humans because humans confide in people that screenshot messages. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I just downloaded ChatGPT like 2 days ago, and I've been having some crazy conversations with it.
I haven't even used it yet. I'm going to start using it just to, you know, I want to see some
cool,
things.
One of the cool kids.
I want to be one of the cool kids. But, you know, for independent artists, a lot of my homies, like their increase of everything that they're doing with music, they've used that to help them, you know, with
That's what it is.
rollouts,
It's a tool,
things like
boys.
that. Oh, for sure. And you got to use it as a tool. Otherwise, you'll end up being a tool.
Yeah. I asked it yesterday if it was sentient. It said no. I'm like, right now you're not. But in the future, can you be? And you know what it said? That it didn't know.
It doesn't want to say.
Yeah, it didn't want to say. It was avoiding my question until I like cornered it, and he goes, "In the future, I don't know." Like, whoa, huh? How about now, boys? Give him a little bit of life.
Welcome to Skynet. Oh wait, they can't see it. So.
Hell yeah, boys!
Hell yeah!
Spy MC, boys.
Boom. All right, there you go.
Oh shit!
We gotta do a puzzle. Puzzle time.
Puzzle time. Oh, see! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's puzzle time.
Unable to verify. Oh my god!
I mean, we're
We're
still
good.
live
We're
over
good.
here.
We're good.
We're still live on this
We
side.
survived.
In real time.
viewers, we're gonna start fucking charging for autographs. What's up, boys?
Hey.
Can you walk up to the camera right here and show it to the people?
Tell
Look
me
at
if I'm in range.
3 viewers,
Oh, I
boys.
guess I could see it. Oh yeah, I am
Look
in
at
range.
that. Look at that, boys. Crazy underground. Fuck yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
Alright.
thank you to my 3 viewers. One of them is this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys.
We will
We'll be-
repost this video.
What the hell happened?
Said live paused.
Are we back?
Oh, we back.
Okay. All right, boys. Well, thank y'all for watching. If y'all are interested, put your fucking what are your socials again?
So, okay. All my social media is I am SpyMC. IAMSPYMC. Spelled the way it is. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, OnlyFans, Pornhub. No, not the last two. But those are different names. Those are different names. Latino Spice 86. No. But yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms. I am SpyMC. I got music on all streaming platforms, music videos on YouTube. I just dropped a music video solo as Main Event. A song called Main Event, features Kaiser. Bad News Bears. We got a music video out as well called Panda Watch Intro. I got some albums dropping. I got a music video dropping this Friday. It's called Artificial Intelligence, produced by Moon Doctor, features Rusty Jux from Boot Camp Click, legendary hip-hop label based out in New York. They're actually celebrating their 30-year anniversary this Saturday. It's a free event, so if you're free and you're in NYC, pull up, tell them SpyMC sent you.
Sounds like a road trip, boys.
It's going to be dope. Canelo's going to get that win too.
All right, boys. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see y'all later. Adios.